this individual right here, Hiroyuki Hashimoto, is an individual you might not recognize. But once I start listing off all the stuff he's worked on and participated in, you're going to be like, whoa, okay, this man has made a lot of my favorite stuff, and you're going to be a little bit, shocked about it. And so let's dive headfirst right into it. So basically, this individual, Hiroyuki Hashimoto, revealed on social media, his official social media, that he was going to be opening up an animation studio. And basically, this article is Anime News Network kind of covering it, condensing it, talking about it more, and I'll read this in a second. But basically, an animation studio was started up from this individual. And so let's kind of get into the overall pedigree, what he's worked on, to see kind of maybe the future of this studio, if it's going to be something that we should keep our eyes on or not. So this individual right here, Hashimoto, this is what he's worked on. So right at first glance, just starting off, Code Geass is the first thing you see right here. And regardless if you have watched it or not, Code Geass is pretty freaking iconic. It legitimately is. And this is Code Geass, the actual original Code Geass, as you can see here, that aired in 2006. I can't believe it's been that long. But this is the original Code Geass. And you can see that he actually has been in the industry for a very long time, like since 2006, like the early 2000s. And, he was the second key animator of episode 19. The key animations for episode 1, 2, 8, 10, 11, 18, 21, 23, and 25. So he obviously worked quite a bit on Code Geass. So I think everybody knows Code Geass was definitely an excellent series, and a lot of people adore it. He even worked on season 2, as you can see here, so he followed up with it. He was a key animator. And he also, as you can see here, Angel Beats as well. I'm going to, probably say something that's going to get a little bit people upset. I haven't watched Angel Beats, but I know that it's very famous, and people love Angel Beats to death. And the fact that he worked on the storyboard and was an animator and key animator for Angel Beats does show, once again, he's worked on another high-quality series. And he's also worked on the original season of, the Devil is a Part-Timer, and let's be honest, regardless of how we feel about Season 2, Season 1 was absolutely incredible, and he worked as an episode director of Episode 6. He's also worked on Classroom of the Elite Season 1 as the actual director. You get to see that he worked as an episode director for Accel World, which I love this anime. I remember watching this as this was airing years ago. Legitimately, before I ever became a YouTube creator or, content creator for YouTube making anime videos, I remember watching this seasonally, watching episode after episode. It was such an amazing anime. I really loved this anime so much, and, just finding out that this individual, when I was diving into this rabbit hole and I was finding out more about this guy, that he worked on, this series and these other series, holy crap, he's really worked on a lot of the stuff that legitimately I really enjoy. He's worked on Bakuman. He's worked on Sora no Otoshimono, which is a classic. You got, let's see here, more Bakuman. You got Bintu, Tiger and Bunny. He's even worked on this one. This is a very comfy series. I remember watching this Moe Blob series and reviewing it years ago. It wasn't, the best series ever, but it was a very cutesy series that was fun. The Order of Rabbit. He's worked on, as you can see, quite a bit of stuff. He's worked on, obviously, Classroom of the Elite, and I guess that's one of the most noteworthy things he's worked on as of late. And let's kind of talk about that, because I think that's going to be the elephant in the room. So, this individual that is setting up the studio, he was the director of Classroom of the Elite, as you can see here. He was the chief director, so to speak, of it, and basically, I think anyone that has watched Classroom of the Elite Season 1 and Season 2 knows that a lot of stuff was changed. In Season 2 especially, not a lot of people really, enjoyed it, because there was a lot changed, etc. And because of that, I feel like people instantly will say, because he's worked on this series, they'll instantly throw him under the bus and say he's not good, when it's very clear that he's worked on quite a bit of good shows over the years. It just sometimes you're going to have hit and misses, and clearly Classroom of the Elite was probably a little bit of a miss. But the point is that he clearly is a veteran. He's clearly someone that has worked on quite a few things over the years, and he definitely is someone that has brought some of my favorite anime I have watched in the last decade. So that is something. So let's get into the actual news. So basically, this is an article that came out, and, earlier today, actually, a few hours ago, and I'm going to read it for you. Anime director and animator Hiroyuki Hashimoto announced on his Twitter account, which is this post right here, announced on Twitter on Monday that he has found a new animation studio named Stepple. He noted that the studio only has 3 staff members right now, including him, and that it's not yet ready to welcome new employees, but it will grow in the future. Hashimoto is currently taking private messages from interested freelancers, animators, and line directors. So, basically, it's just now starting. He just announced it. It's just now happening. He's got 3 members, that's including himself. It's probably going to be a long while until he probably gets his own projects and works on it. But let's actually talk about something that he's going to be directing very soon. So this individual is actually going to be directing this follow-up series, which is, I forget the English title. I think the actual English title will be here. But, it was a very popular series, like Magical Girl Raising Project. I know that this isn't, like, the best series of all time, and not everybody really cared or enjoyed this, but it did make some waves, and people did enjoy it at the time when it was airing. Apparently, the director of, this series is also going to be doing the directing of, Season 2. And so we don't know when it's going to come out, etc. status. So it's very possible that this series right here might be the studio's first work. Like, what he's founding right here could be his first work that is going to be a part of the animation studio, which is interesting. I don't know, though, because once again, finding out that he only has 3 members, it's probably going to be a long while until he's able to probably work on something. But yeah, so let's talk about this. Is this good news overall? I guess that is a question we need to ask ourselves. A new studio opening up. Obviously, there's always new studios opening up. It's something that's probably very common, but what could this actually do? Well, for one, we can have other big hit studios that open up kind of similar to what happened with Mappa, to also Studio Bind. We have seen a lot of new animation studios open up over the years that really have made waves in the anime community. Some of these famous directors coming in and opening up their own studio and getting their own staff and really creating something that's a labor of love and so much passion poured into these projects. Say whatever you want about certain studios like Mappa or Studio Bind, they really do put in a lot of hard work into their stuff. And maybe, this individual right here, which is directed like Code Geass, etc., or not directed, was a chief animator of Code Geass, could actually have a really good animation studio that could really shine and bring us some of the best projects that, we're looking for and all that. Or like something that, is just going to blow our mind, like the next Mushoku Tensei or something. But I felt this is very interesting because I feel like, this is good for talent to grow as well because, it's possible this studio could be trying to branch out and try to be less toxic as well, because it won't be like a manufacturing, like, just sweatshop, so to speak. It could be just overall a comfortable environment for new people to kind of come into. So hopefully this does lead to something really good in the future. I really wish the best for Hiroyuki, because, I mean, once again, I've absolutely loved this man's works. Like I said, I dived in and found out about this today. I had no idea, honestly, this man has worked on so much stuff I loved until I saw this article pop up, and I was like, wow, this is kind of impressive, actually. I'm a little bit shocked with how much he dabbled into things I've enjoyed. And yeah, so I'm wishing this man the best. I really do hope that this individual right here, I'm going to leave a like on this post, actually. I hope that everything turns out alright. He gets some good staff members, and we get to see his new animation project very soon. But I guess I'll leave it at that. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoy my content, please subscribe. It does help me out a lot. And if you like this video, please leave a like. And with that, Chibi out.